lot of work to do, man, to get my production together. I didn't even know that was going to automatically play. So I might be getting a text message about that. How's it going, Deon? D. Yo.
Yo. He
Can
who
you hear
trolls.
me?
What's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. We gotta get some production. We gotta work on some production, man, behind the scenes. My apologies. Shout out to Joe Eldridge, though. Hey, maybe that was God telling everybody, if you didn't watch that live, you need to go watch that live.
Probably.
I especially want to touch on something that comes up way too much in our community. But
What's that?
everybody keeps talking about how Marvel and DC don't care nothing about black characters. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, there's a whole shadow cabinet out right now, and we need y'all to go read that. So yeah, we need y'all to get on your job. Stop complaining. Stop looking forward to complaining about what somebody ain't doing. And don't get me started, because you know what I'm gonna go to next. Support the good black indie stuff. All right, so all the noise about why Milestone doesn't have this, why Milestone doesn't have that, we don't do that. We don't do that on this morning show, especially if you ain't buying the current run of Shadow Cabinet right now that is out. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Shout out to Joe Eldridge, man, because he's trying to keep the dream alive for Milestone. He's working hard, and Shadow Cabinet was not, when people think of Milestone today, the first characters they don't, obviously they don't think about Shadow Cabinet right off here. You talk about Static, and you think about Icon. And then Icon, and then Hardware gets his. But we're not here to just talk about that. We're here to talk about something that came across my mind this yesterday. First of all, this is our pilot program. I invited Deon on. We're going to see how this works. We're going to see if y'all tune in. We're not expecting 1,000 people to come and watch us in the morning. We get that. We know this is something different. This is something new. I don't think we've ever done anything like this. As a matter of fact, I'm broadcasting live from my car. I think Deon is still in his bed. So we're going to try to do the Tom Joyner thing, right? Tom Joyner morning show. Try to give y'all something different perspective. Deon, how you feeling, though?
Yo, I'm feeling good, man. You know what I mean? 2025, it's off to an interesting start. You know what I mean? So it's a lot to talk about, man. A lot to get into.
It's a lot to talk about that gets ignored, man. And I'm just here to talk about all the other stuff that we just don't talk about. There ain't no shade to nobody. I just want to talk about the other talking points that just get ignored, man. One of those talking points is going to be, we just had a president that was fired and he got his job back. And no matter how you feel about that, one thing you can definitely say, this is going to be a hell of a year. It's going to be interesting. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's going to be a hell of a year. I don't know where folks lie on their politics. I don't know how folks feel about Trump. We're not here to go and debate about is he going to be good or bad. That's neither here nor there. My personal belief is no matter who is president, Christ is king. So we're gonna have to figure that one out too. Get up under his mantle. There's that word mantle again. get up under his authority, man. I think it's great. But speaking of, I had an epiphany yesterday. Nobody can deny the amount of pull that he has in America, politics, and what have you. We saw what he was able to do with TikTok. I'm gonna ask you real quick. What did you think about what he was able to do? We're gonna segue this into comments. Don't worry, gang. We gonna segue this into comments because I'm going somewhere. But Deon, what did you think about the TikTok ban and how he was able to get that turned back around?
Oh, shoot, dude. I'm not. Was it confirmed that it was him or some senator from California? There's a lot of misinformation out there, bro.
TikTok,
I don't even know.
I'm on TikTok. TikTok themselves said, basically, due to Donald Trump, paraphrase, due to Donald Trump, TikTok will be back and all services will be back, blah, blah, blah. And yesterday I heard on the news that America has 75 days to get it right. So what's your thoughts on that? And I'm going to go right into my first heel heat.
Well, shit, man. I think that, that was a power move right there. Get some man, get the people behind him. You know what I mean? This is literally the bad guy, sort of always wins, as I always like to say. Bro, like I know a lot of people are upset over yesterday with Snoop Dogg and Nelly with the inauguration, them performing and whatnot. Look, this is one of those times where it's like you are you in or you're out. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, was it Pericles Dragon Ball Z says Trump didn't save a damn thing. Yeah, I mean the pockets. Whose pockets wants to get lined up for the next 4 years? That's really going to be the question that everyone's going to have to ask themselves. And also, can you blame people for wanting to get their pockets lined up in the situation they're in right now? You know what I mean? It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Either lay down or get down, man. It's going to be pretty interesting. A return of the Sith.
It could
For
be a
the next
return.
four
I
years,
like
man.
what you just said there. Now, why is Trump? I know people are like, why are y'all up talking about Trump? Well, watch this. I had an epiphany. Um, there's a lot of nasty dialogue narratives about the new Captain America 4 movie, and from black folks, and obviously from white folks, across the board, even Hispanic, everybody has jumped in. Some people are trying to stand 10 toes down on, I'm going to go see this movie. I think it's February 14th or something like that. I'm going to go see this movie. And if you don't like it, you're racist. I got a whole different take. My take is this. Why is Trump even being brought up? I'm going to tell y'all right now, hate it or love it, if Trump happens, and I made a TikTok and I made an Instagram and I posted it up, and I also posted this in the BSF group. If Trump, by whatever chance that may come, happens to mention, hey, what do you guys think about that? If he says anything remotely semi-positive, just about Captain America, not even Anthony Mackie, and if he happens to say something about, I wonder what Disney's going to do with this Marvel movie, I don't know. Byron was talking about it. We might have to go give it a look. I guarantee you, them motherfuckers is going to turn coats faster than the Revolutionary War, and them motherfuckers are going to rush out and see that film, bro. Just because he's just curious about what they're going to do. Because notice, Harrison Ford, who plays the president, or seemingly plays the president-elect in this film, gets attempted assassination, right? What happened to
Right.
Trump a couple months ago? And this trailer came out before Trump was his assassination attempts,
Oh
which I
yeah,
find interesting. But I tell
dude.
you this much, let him say something semi-positive about this film. Everybody and their mom are going to be red, white, and blue. We need to support. They're going to do the same thing they did for Hershel Walker. They're going to get in line and go support this movie. And black
Man, it's gonna
folks
be the
say,
Boston Tea Party in these movie theaters, man. Boston Tea
oh
Party
my
in these movie
gosh, bro.
theaters.
It would be a totally different beat, bro. I'm not saying he's not going to say nothing like that. I get that. We're not asking him to save anything. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to go a little further. Stay with me. A lot of people that are advocating for Falcon, he was fine. Here's the talking points. He was fine as Falcon. What's wrong with Falcon? Falcon's a great character. Let me position this for you. Most people, a lot of people, I don't want to say most, but a good group of people who are saying that never advocated for a Falcon film. They wasn't talking,
Nope.
they didn't care about Falcon. Yes, he's fine in the nosebleed sections. He's fine as Steve's partner. But who is Falcon just as Falcon? You guys don't want to see him as Captain America. That's fair. I don't want to see him as Captain America. But I recognize that where he was in the back and he didn't get the support. When he was Captain America in comics, he had the longest run. He's got the most merch under Captain America. And that's unfortunate because he had to put on a white man's underwear to do it. But a lot of people are saying, well, don't blame the fans, blame Marvel because Marvel should upgrade. Upgrade what? Because I even said that. Remember we talked about that? What are you going to upgrade on Falcon? What can you possibly do over a year's time to make Falcon great again, maybe? I don't know. That's a pun intended. I don't know. What can you do? You tell me,
Dude.
D.
Oh man, you right, man. You calling it Cap in America, man. Cap in America, because ultimately, there was no demand for a Falcon movie at all. I don't know about his comic sales, but like you mentioned before, as Captain America, he's got longer runs, he's got more headlines. It's not the same. I mean, Winter Soldier gets, spin-off shows and spin-off comics by himself. Winter Soldier didn't need the Captain America mantle. Let's be frank. Even though Bucky did get it.
Right.
Yeah, Bucky did get it, but he's okay. Bucky can do Winter Soldier team ups with Black Widow. He's leading the Thunderbolts in the new movie. I can't see Falcon leading any team as Falcon. It is what it is, bro.
And guess what? Hey, hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there because I know what some the viewers are thinking. You guys don't know how dope Falcon is. You guys, no. I own Captain America 117. Probably 90% of Falcon keys, which means Falcon. Some of y'all don't even know Falcon has keys. Not audible mention, but books that like when he changed his outfit. I have those books. I have the significant team ups that Falcon. Like I read his book. I'm a Falcon fan. I dedicated a big part of my TikTok just to Falcon and to push the narrative that he doesn't even need the serum because all the feats he was able to do. He's down there just as strong as Captain America. He pops chains, bends metals. He survived the nuclear explosion. Yes, he was in Wakanda. He was in his Wakanda suit. And then that same issue, Captain America gives him the shield. Listen, let me make this clear because I know there's for the people that's slow. I am not advocating for him to be Captain America. But my thing is when he was just Falcon in the back, yes, you were fine with him. But you got to understand, Falcon was the first African-American superhero, the first mainstream character to ever headline a title with a white character. Wait for Luke Cage and Iron Fist. And they had to do that because of their lack of comic sales. Iron Fist wasn't selling that well. Luke Cage was on decline, so they decided to put those two together. They should have put Luke Cage and Falcon together, but that was going to be way too pro-black for its time. Probably way too progressive. Mm-hmm. And if it came out today, folks would say that's woke. But I would say this, man. Falcon is a dope character. He does have the ability to communicate with birds. And before somebody laughs and giggles and hee ha ha that, well, guess what? Fast forward to the future in the Avengers episode where Red Skull literally has T'Challa, right, by the throat, because he's winning the fisticuffs back and forth. Falcon reaches out to a flock of birds, distracts Red Skull. Black Panther ends up coming back, kicking his ass. I don't want to cuss on this show because we'll get flagged. And he breaks his freaking jaw. So guess what? Did Falcon save Black Panther's life? I'm not saying that. But what Falcon was able to, his powers came in handy. And a lot of people who are Black Panther fans want to probably forget that issue. But that issue happened in Avengers, I want to say early 2000s. It was like a gas that went out. Captain America was on his back. And Falcon was barely holding on for his life. And he was able to do that. You can say that's brilliant writing. You can say that's bad writing. I don't know. But I'm just waiting for somebody to, if you're going to be against Falcon as Captain America, I need to hear your conversation that you're going to have for Falcon just as Falcon. And are you going to advocate for him to have his own film? Because I don't want to hear Falcon in the Winter Soldier, because in that film, yeah, he was Falcon. That was a Disney Plus show, but it was the lead up to him becoming Captain America.
Right.
And if you want to develop him as a character, I just don't think the fans are into it. Because I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to stand 10 toes. We know if you're not a part of the four, T'Challa, Storm, Blade, and Miles, good luck. Good luck.
What do you call it? Black superhero purgatory. That's what we call it. Yeah.
Bro, if freaking shout out to Black Superheroes Purgatory. Boy, that's just crazy. But listen, those four get the most smoke. We have a difficult time. Now, Blue Marvel comes up, but he's hit or miss. He's hit or miss. He's extremely powerful. It's very, very hard to keep him grounded. So what's your thoughts, man?
Look, man, I've been a comic book fan since I was a kid in the early 90s and collected Spider-Man, collected X-Men. So I got in my teenage years, got into like Black Panther, some other characters. Falcon did not appeal to me until the MCU. I'm not even gonna cap, man. Until Winter Soldier, I did not care for the Falcon as a character at all. To the point where at Tidewater Comic Con, this is this back 2020 teens, bro. I was dressed up as sort of like the ultimate Falcon, little mix of the movie, little mix of the Ultimate Falcon. And I enjoyed Anthony Mackie's portrayal because I think, and I hate to say it, and I like Sam as a character on print, but on print, he's a little dry, man. He doesn't really have a distinct voice. You know, Luke Cage got a distinct voice. T'Challa got a distinct voice. All these other characters, Cap, Steve Rogers, Thor, all of them got a distinct voice and style. And Sam just doesn't really have that style. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, I'm a good guy just trying to make it in the world. And it's just like, he doesn't really have that. He don't have the swagger, I guess, right? So I think ultimately with Falcon, you gotta upgrade him. I don't know, Snap Wilson. That's a weird, interesting backstory with him being a pimp back in the 70s or something like that. It's just it's not just about powers. I think it's about character. It's now you can give him a nuclear bomb on his wings, you know what I mean, and like a B-52 and drop it in nuke nations, whatever. It's not gonna be enough. The character itself needs to be, I think, more distinct for him to get over with the fans, man.
I tell you what. It's simple for me. A lot of people don't know this, and probably a lot of people don't care, and that's another problem. You know, we don't have a lot of people with the investment in Falcon. And people argue and say, well, I mean, why should I invest in a character? Look what they've done to my guy, right? Here's what I would say. He has had a connection to the Cosmic Cube. The Cosmic Cube is what gave Falcon his powers, to the Snap Wilson persona and the ability to speak to birds, which we have. Which, for clarification, no, he's not a mutant. It's been speculated, but no, he's not a mutant. What he could do, though, is tap into, like, he could be a Dr. Jekyll, Moon Knight type of archetype, to where when the going gets tough, he snaps into that Snap Wilson persona and maybe gains different abilities, different foresights, his fighting, his fortitude, a lot of different things change. But a lot of people say, oh, the only way he can get powers if he turns to a pimp. That's going to be problematic, so no, that's not going to work. Number two, you're going to have to really dive into the Falcon part of it. Maybe the wings are like real, it's some type of mutation, but we saw that they played with that with the Puerto Rican kid that's now Falcon. Like, he actually turned into a real, like, vulture-looking creature at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to work out. That's going to translate well into the MCU. I don't really like Falcon like that. But him picking up the shield is going to be probably now. People will. There's other camps that say, hey, listen, why black man? Now let me go and play it on the other side of the court. There's people that say, well, hell, why can't a black man pick up the shield? Hell, we built this country for free. You know, Marvel made a tree famous. His name is Groot. That Groot is like a super popular character in the MCU. Now, I don't want to say not so much comics. Guardians of the Galaxy, who is a forgettable team, they became popular. They became hot. One thing is for sure, there is certain characters, black characters, that Marvel isn't going to do much with, but they're not just going to let them fall into obscurity. You have to understand, in these executive offices and in Marvel's branch, comics branch, they grew up on Sam Wilson. So he's going to be around. And so somebody decided progressively, I think this was like during the Obama years, right? This is right before Trump came to office, that because Marvel was trying to wrap up that all new, all different, DEI, which we might have a little opportunity to jump into. They wanted to get some more diversity and inclusion. And what's the cheapest, easiest way to do that? Let's just give him white man's underwear and make him Captain America. And the comic book sold. There was some pushback. They're trying to get the Miles effect, because when Miles Morales first came out, people was like, this is woke, this is stupid, Peter Parker is white, why does he need to be black? Fast forward 10 years later, you can't, you have to spend a fortune, all right, a large car payment to buy his book. People can't wait till he comes back out. And they want to be able to do that with Miles, and they had it for a moment with Riri. There was a moment, man, Riri was hot. Comic-wise, bro, you couldn't find her books. for cheap. Now this Disney Plus show's coming out. I don't know what's going to happen with that. You know, we want to be positive, but it's like every movie for a black character is in under a white man's legacy and a mantle. But then I have to still turn the community and be like, well, guess what? Riri was hot when she first came. Well, Riri was hot for a while. The whole Wonder Man thing, I can't even speak on that. But I will say this. I'm gonna let you speak. But there's still this thing, even in our community, that white is superior, black is inferior. So let's just make black folks the best white characters that they can be. And until we form a more of a demand for original black characters and stop jumping on YouTube and talking about it and actually do it with our wallets in these shops instead of, oh, I didn't know Milestone came out. I haven't read Milestone since 93. I didn't know Black Panther. Dude, get plugged in. It's 2025. I don't want to hear that. You can order a freaking pizza sitting on your toilet, but you can't figure out, on your phone, but you can't figure out when the next issue of Milestone drops. You don't understand how comic books translate into film. You don't understand how you have to support the darn books, pre-order the darn books. But you want to sit up and demand from a white company to support black endeavors and black characters? That's not what they was never built on that. Go back to 1939. Go back to Atlas Comics. Things have changed, but not a whole. They're a white company. When you go to these cons, guess who's at these cons? Majority white folks. Guess what? The books that are behind them on the wall. Majority white books. It's a white company. They're going to think white folks white first, and they should. They should. It's a white company. What we got to do is find us somebody to get behind them. If they don't want to do, oh, real quick. Okay, I'm gonna let you rebuttal, and then I got another heel heat for Black Panther. Go ahead.
Okay, all right, man. Well, let's see here. I think it's like a bandwagon effect, right? We want to, and this is just a nerdum. I don't think, like in sports or music or pulp culture in general, we do this. But nerdum, we just want to skip. We want to get to the finish line. It don't matter. We'll hop on. What's the hottest anime? We're hopping on that. What's the hottest superhero thing? We're hopping on that. Not only are we hopping on it, but we're gonna do skits. We're gonna do YouTube videos. We're gonna do everything to highlight that because we want to feel like we're a part of the party. For whatever reason, it's just like that. If we bought comic books like video games, we wouldn't have this problem. If we bought comic books like a lot of other things we usually buy, we wouldn't have these problems. They get the sales, we get the support. Yo, good morning, y'all. What's this? Bo Big, HHB3. What's up? BCL fan, what up?
What's up?
And it's just like I think for whatever reason, man, we just want to be popular in this space without doing the work, without doing the foundation to have that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I mean, you said Riri Williams, that's Iron Man. Cap's now Falcon now is Cap. Steve Rogers, Spider-Man. I'll do a quick tangent. You cannot rename Miles Morales into an NT. I'm sorry. He works as Spider. The reason why he's popular is because he's Spider-Man. Like, I get trying to make him. You can't. That's the whole thing. You can't just you can't retcon and backfire your way a character to be original. You know what I mean? You want to put him Spider-Man, then he's popular. Now you want to say, oh, why can't he be the Brown Spider? Why can't he be something else? No, the reason why he got to the point was because he was Spider-Man. That's that whole skipping the line part where you just, oh, now that he's popular, now we can try to transform him into something else. Now that he's popular. Nah, you know what I mean? Like it's just I don't think we just need more fans, man. Just need more fans, more buying power, man, in this field. To be honest with you,
our buying power, we have a couple $1 trillion in buying power. Just as Black Americans, African Americans have over $1 trillion in buying power. We do spend our money more on weed, hair products. I don't want to just shout out weed. Hair products, and guess what? That's your business. That's your business. I'm not telling y'all. I'm not spanking the community and saying take some of that money and buy some comic books. My thing is this: I will always, forevermore, spank the community if you're begging for movies without support, without using your wallet. You're begging white companies. It's like what do we say? We're sucking on a white tit and we're expecting black milk. Let me say that again for the people that's already upset with what I just said. You're sucking on a white tit, expecting black milk. What do you think you're going to get out of that tit? White milk, majority white. And for a moment, we were having the apology. And even when you do get a little bit of black milk, it comes at a price. It comes at a price to where you might not be 100% black anymore. You might just be wearing somebody else's hand-me-down shirt and calling yourself Ironheart. And I think Ironheart is a good character. But if we want to be like, oh, we pro-black and the original black characters, then no, she doesn't qualify, unfortunately. Listen, I'm going to break somebody else's face. Monica Rambeau is easily in my black superhero collection, the largest black female superhero collection I own is Monica Rambeau. I even own her foreign London. It's like an all-white cover. And I'll post
Bro, over Storm? That's blasphemy. That's blasphemy. Over Storm? That's blasphemy.
Storm is queen. We love this. We love to. The only talking points we want to bring up about Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, is that her name should be Captain Marvel. But we do not want to go back before Monica Rambeau and see who actually owned that name, which was a white boy. Even if you look at Monica Rambeau's crest on her shirt, it is the old Captain Marvel Kree crest. So not only did she inherit that name, she also inherited. She still wears that. She still wears that. Oh no, she doesn't wear it anymore. But when she was under that moniker, she had that crest. And at that moment, bro, she was a legacy character. Photon is even a villain in Marvel. I don't even want her to be Photon. I'd rather for her to be Spectrum. Now that's blasphemous because people won't like to say, well, Carol Danvers is trash. No. Carol Danvers, actor, ruined that character. But Karen Danvers, as Warboard, she's always been at least a B-list character.
Yeah.
She died and came back. But, bro, her comic book was selling, too. During the movie and a little bit after the movie. Boy, she went like 60, 70 issues. Like,
yeah, she had a crazy run.
That says she's got a fan base, bro. How many issues has Storm got? Ever? 11 to 12? How many issues did Monica Rambeau, what's the longest run she had? 5? Now, granted, the Monica Rambeau issue was a mini, but these characters need some more support. And when that Monica Rambeau issues, I didn't love it. And I know that was a barrier for a lot of people to actually get up and support that. And I know she's a part of the Avengers team now. But go online and type in Monica Rambeau. You ain't gonna go on Twitter.
Crickets.
Go on Instagram. Go on
Crickets.
Crickets. You ain't gonna hear nothing. Go online and type in Storm. You're gonna hear everything in the world. Storm is the next coming of Jesus Christ. And that's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Storm deserves everything that she gets. But we can't get mad when there's no buzz for these other characters when we're not willing to generate no buzz. And it's okay for us not to be excited for them. But I just want us to be honest, which takes us back to Falcon. Just be honest. Stop saying he's better off as Falcon when you didn't even mess with him when he was Falcon. Come on, man. You don't buy no Falcon books. You thought Falcon was just a sidekick in a lane. Come on, man. You really have a beef because you feel like it's a wasted time. Like, honestly, if this movie turns out to be trash, as what a lot of people are saying on social media, I know a lot of people don't want to read comments because they can be frightening, but that gives you a real sentiment. And if you always go to different posts and it's kind of like the same song, that's going to be disheartening to a lot of people. A lot of people just ain't going to go out and see it. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to get with Paul, but I'm going to try my best to try to, even locally, try to have a Falcon watch party. Like a day we all this, if you're in the Central Florida area, we're going to meet up at the movie theaters. We're going to go support it and watch it. We might walk out of there and say, all right, holla at y'all later. I have nothing to say about it. It might be, but it's not going to make me take my Captain America 117, which is the first appearance of Falcon, which is the most important thing about Falcon, in my opinion. It ain't a movie adaptation, because that's what a writer decided, and that's what a director decided that the direction that they wanted to go. But you're never going to change what happened in Captain America 117. That was amazing. That was dope. So, segue away from that, because I know we started off with Trump, and folks was pissed about that. I was looking at the comments. But I want to end with this. Because we got like 4 minutes left, and I want to hear your thoughts. Watch this. With all the folks upset about the recast and what's taking so long, and we're working on year 5. It's taken, after Heath Ledger died, I think 7 years passed until another one was cast. And granted, he's a villain, And you can get mad at me, but Joker is a bigger. Now watch this. Watch what I'm gonna do with this. Somebody's already getting mad. Joker is a bigger character than Black Panther. We all know that. We're not going. But guess what? It's not fair to Black Panther to compare him to Joker. Black Panther is a hero. He's his own guy. He doesn't have as much history as the Joker does. Mm-hmm. And to say that, Joker got recast Superman, all these guys, their logos and who they are is recognized around the world. Let's just focus on just getting another actor versus focusing on trying to make comparables to apples and oranges. Right? Let's just focus. Right. Let's stop getting sidetracked with goofy analogies. But I will tell you this that I just discovered. Guess how much Sony paid Marvel to buy Spider-Man back in 2000, 2001? And now they have control of the movie rights. Guess how much they paid?
Oh, I think it was was it $100 million? Something real stupid cheap.
No, sir, not even close. They paid $7 million. It is public record. Oof. If I'm lying, correct me. $7 million. Guess what? Some people that is very, very intelligent already know where I'm headed with this one. You mad about how long it's taken Marvel? How many millionaires did we have back in 2000? If Spider-Man went for $7 million, guess how much you think? What do you think you could have bought Black Panther for back in 2000? This is before Holland. This is during the Priest run. Mm-hmm. I want to bet you, with his entire cachet, you could have stood to probably buy Black Panther. At the time, you can be mad, you can hate what I'm about to say. Anywhere between $850K to maybe $2 million for its time. And I said for inflation, man. Dude, that was 24 years ago.
Yeah, that was when I think Marvel was doing bankruptcy.
Spider-Man. So guess what? We had some millionaires and some folks. Somebody could have bought the rights to that. Michael Jackson tried to buy the entire catalog. They would tell him, hell no. But somebody potentially could have bought. Now, would they have sold it? It depends on the negotiation. But somebody black could have gained together, even if it would have been temporary. Like, let me get the movie rights for 5 years. I'm going to pay you XYZ. And then after that, it's going to revert back to you. Somebody could have paid.
Okay. Rights, my question to you is this. If somebody bought Black Panther back, the rights to Black Panther in the 2000s, let's just say Sony bought Black Panther, the rights. They produced a Black Panther movie in 2006. Does the 2006 Black Panther movie make the same impact as the 2018 MCU one?
There is no way that I can fix my lips to confirm that it's going to make the same impact. I don't think he had to. I think the way he was introduced in 2016, to be fair, before his own solo film, that was Civil War for the folks that forgot, the way he was introduced to where the technology was. Keep in mind, when X-Men came out in 2000 or whatever, it was well received. When Spider-Man came out with Tobey Maguire, people thought that was the greatest movie of all time. They said, move over Michael Keaton, move over Christopher Reeves.
Yep.
But I can't say with confidence the community was in place. I mean, I wasn't thinking about, I need to go out and find the Black. I wasn't thinking about no Black Panther back then. I was just a regular comic book guy. If you dope, I want to support you. I wasn't even buying. I stopped buying comic books and probably that's when Marvel was bankrupt. Their comics were trash, kind of almost like they are now sometimes. But I would say I don't know, bro. But I tell you what, it's 8:31. That's the end of our show. Why don't you answer Deon's questions in the comments? I hope y'all enjoyed it. This is a heel heat show. We got a lot of hot takes, a lot of deep cuts, but I think we were fair from our perspective, and we love y'all. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a happy 2025. We will schedule a next morning show. I'm going to be doing some more of these shows, period. And I'm going to have my introduction set up a whole lot better. So when we do these shows, it don't say Joe Ildridge, right? We already took care of him. It'll just say, we'll have our stuff together.
No, we're good, man. We know you were trolling. It's cool, man. We know you were trolling. It's all good.
We're trolling. Anyways, guys, it was fun. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna try to keep the morning show going. This is I do a lot of my thinking. Deon does a lot of his thinking in the mornings. We go back and forth with ideas and thoughts about stuff, and we're just sharing with you guys what we DM each other. These are the same conversations we have in the background. This is the quiet part. Many of you guys agree, but you would never come out and say that you agree because it's too controversial. It's way too controversial. So listen, I can't end the day without saying, because somebody's going to be mad, recast the challenge. Go buy FF52. Go put that on your wall. Go put that on your wall. Go buy Fantastic Four 52. If you're a Black Panther fan, I want you to own that. I want you to own that and put that on your wall. You ain't got to be no comic head. Just own that. Trust me. It matters. That is the biggest item. Not a movie. Not a Disney Plus, the Black Panther 2018. That's meaningful. That was impactful. But in my opinion, the biggest thing you can own is that first appearance, 1966. Go get you one. We out.
Peace.
Peace.